All right, so today is going to be another different sort of vlog, and this time it is on EV efficiency. I know it's a not well talked about topic because we're all under the constant assumption that electricity is just cheaper than petrol and diesel and any other form of gasoline. And as a result, as long as the car runs on electricity, we automatically assume that it is more efficient at it than petrol. Yes, financially it is. 1 unit of electricity, 1 kilowatt hour of electricity will, I am pretty damn sure everywhere in the world, even if you're in Antarctica, be cheaper than 1 liter, 1 gallon of petrol, diesel, whatever. The thing is, each car comes with a mileage sort of thing. Like, you know how a gasoline car goes a certain number of kilometers per liter of fuel? It's the same with electricity and EV cars. A car can go some amount of kilometers per kilowatt hour per unit of electricity, and this number greatly varies. They're just all over the place. Like, you really don't have a standard benchmark that manufacturers have created just yet. Kona and Nero have like great efficiency where they travel 8, 9, 10, I sometimes even get like up to 12 kilometers in the city without AC, and with AC up to 10 kilometers per kilowatt. So that is 10 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers if you want it the other way around. And then I drive Teslas, which are around 17, 18 to 24, 25. The heavier BMWs, though they have bigger batteries, are again like 24, 25 kilowatt hour for 100 kilometers, which means 4 or 5 kilometers per unit of electricity. This one, the Nissan Leaf, it's a really good one, is giving 17 kilowatt hours for every 100 kilometers, which means roughly 5 or 6 kilometers per unit is being traveled. And that brings me to the fact that efficiency is just all over the spectrum. The way to increase range is you have a motor, you have a battery. If you have a bigger battery and a smaller motor, then the car is going to travel far because the motor is going to consume less electricity. If you have a decent motor size, you're going to need a decent bigger battery size because the motor is going to consume a lot of electricity. What manufacturers, I think, are still not figuring out that well, unlike in petrol cars where it's smaller engine blocks, more powerful engine blocks, more efficient engine blocks that kick out 15 kilometers per liter, 16, 20 even sometimes in highway driving. EVs, manufacturers just haven't put in that much of thought in terms of efficiency. Yeah, electricity is always going to be cheaper. Like in Nepal, it's 8 to 12 rupees a unit of electricity versus, I think it's at 180 right now for petrol. That's a huge difference. And even if the car will do just 5 kilometers per unit of electricity, it's so much more financially viable than 5 kilometers per unit of petrol that costs like 200 times more. That, I'm not complaining about that. EVs are much cheaper to run and sort of maintain too. Sort of. But efficiency, why aren't electric motors as efficient? Why do some cars have small batteries? Like my Kona has just a 39 kilowatt battery, 39.2 kilowatt hour to be precise, but it gives a good range of 350 kilometers, whereas this it's a 40 kilowatt hour battery, a bit bigger, And yes, it's got a bigger motor of 110 kilowatts versus mine is just about 101 kilowatts, I presume. There's a huge range difference. Like this will give me 260 plus, depending on driving, though the claim is 311. But the battery capacity is the same, more or less. And so, are you understanding what I mean? Different battery sizes, different motor sizes come into play. But what about the efficiency of these systems? Why can't they be more efficient? Why can't the same amount of battery give out way more range, like the heavier, bigger, bulkier BMWs, Mercedes EVs that are available in the market, Teslas too? Yeah, they're great. They are much cheaper to run than a petrol vehicle, but efficiency wise, why aren't they that good yet? I understand physics comes to play. It's a much heavier vehicle and just does, in a nutshell, require more electricity to be used. But on the flip side, why aren't the motors, the drivetrain made more efficient? Instead of giving 4-5 kilometers per unit of electricity, why can't it be 7-8? There's a new car in the market, the Renault Spring EV. I don't know what it's, the Renault or is it the Dacia, but I'll put it up in the screen right now, and it's not been released yet, but supposedly this car does give about 7 to 8 kilometers per unit of electricity, which is great. Anyway, these are just things I've been thinking about. Sorry, I'm just not used to the e-pedal driving where the car just comes to a stop. And yeah, I hope one day electric vehicles are also efficient on electricity, though I don't see a future where we're going to be running out of electricity. But then again, the gas guzzling cars of the 1950s, 60s, big Cadillacs, Mercedes, heavy, bulky cars from that time, they were like really bad on mileage as compared to the same bigger vehicles the same companies produce. And they've been fine-tuned 30-40 years in the future. Maybe what I'm saying is the same way the 1940s, 50s had big, wide, heavy gas guzzling cars, that could be it for EVs today. Big, wide, heavy EV electricity guzzling cars, and then maybe one day in the future there will be stricter laws where EVs have picked up in the mass market and EVs are a lot more efficient, can go faster. It's not always about fitting a bigger battery to make the car go longer. You can have a smaller motor, a better efficient motor system, who knows. And that is what I mean when it comes to getting more efficient EVs on the road. Maybe some person out there will see this video and drop a comment about what they think. I would honestly really like that. This is something I'm always thinking about. The electric vehicles, Chinese, American, Japanese, that's about it for now, I think, in Nepal. They are all heavy on electricity consumption, so I'm always thinking, when is it going to get better? Anyway, that's just me rambling. Let me know what you thought about this. I know this is such a itty-bitty, not relevant topic unlike my other videos, so drop a comment and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.